A Minority Rule Tool, a poem by Louise. Are we helping the agenda of minority dictate and rule? Have you already seen your rights or entitlements curtailed because of a minority's misuse, either led or followed by an abusive new rule? I have, in many instances, and those of my fellow citizens in this nation, delimited, curtailed, and a cause of increasing inflation, in many various ways, and not many being given oration. Norms and privacy eroded, bit by bit, being constantly corroded. We have allowed them erase 90% of native religious practice and iconry, for example. No Christmas or other symbols at your lightly now closed local hospital, and as previously at your children's school, in the name of a multi-denominational rule. That is one heck of an abuse tool. And yet no mix of religious symbols displayed. Have the graphics and printing been somehow 15 years delayed? No, they erase all. They have much gall. Then some try to impose a 2-week training course in Islam in a country national school. That's another abuse tool. Do we let this rule? Another example is playgrounds with no child's play allowed. Insurance dictates, purportedly because some parents played foul, left us all without rights, with our children standing in line. That again is another abuse tool. A money-led rule. I am tired of all being tarred with the one brush. I haven't done wrong. Why should I be limited thus? It is time to rise and push. Like long-term government levy on car insurance rates, for drivers without moral, we all suffer their dictates. Really? We are not inured to these costs. We just haven't stood up together and said, no, stop. Rules that bind and limit and stifle the everyday Joe's soap with little trifles, supposedly because they cannot manage pilfering to curtail. Should the majority be penalised, or those few offenders caught and put in jail? Is our quiet acceptance facilitating a minority rule tool? Did you notice with toll road creation the loss of your privacy, with address information farmed out to the NGO for charging their elevated price? Another new rule. They think you a fool. Double taxation from a public-private investment installation. Oh dear, the state of this nation. On and on the examples can go. Take a look at the recent all-party dictatorships emergency show. When, where, why and how you go, you think it's over. It's still in law, didn't you know? Take women out of the Constitution. That is just to undermine definitions and the sanctity of the home, so that they can then legally put their boot in and offer a foreigner your purchased home. Proposed right to housing amendment to the Constitution, to be used as a means to keep promises to those they advertise rights to and invite to come over and swarm in, to disrupt the makeup of this nation. A minority rule tool. How they try con and justify. It's all facilitated by each woke lie. Dictates delivered by companies and NGO or by state, and they have the gall to talk about hate. They are not elected to serve foreigners or a minority. We are the ones who rule. Their duty is to the Irish majority. Time now to upend their unwarranted dictates, their constant undermining of our beloved nation state. It pisses me off to see the now perilous state of this nation and the abuse that exists in the use of a minority rule tool. Let's shift this consciousness and be no more their complacent or compliant fool. Thank you.